Hello from Dave, the Firefly. It's been a long while since my original Sapphire X2000 has been fired up, probably 5 years now. If you looked at some of the previous videos of the birthday celebrations, I did use it about 4 or 5 years ago and showed the condition of it on that video. Also, I've got the original box packaging, original bill of sale from Halfords on Scunthorpe High Street, which was in South Humberside back then. Cost quite a princely sum of £69.95, and at that point it was the cheapest CB available. Many radios like the Binatone 5-star, the big Barracuda, was all over £100. So this was the cheapest one. My father bought me it on the day it came legal, November the 2nd, 1981, and I've had it ever since and cherished it. It's certainly been no shelf queen though. It's had hundreds, probably even thousands of hours worth of use, certainly many hundreds I would think. Very much use for the first 5 or 7 years, on it constantly. Used to run this, and later on got an Amstrad CB901 which I've still got also. Between them they give me sterling service. Fired this one up earlier today. It's like I said, it hadn't been used for 5 years. On a low voltage on the power supply, just to get some warmth into it. There's no problems with it, to be honest, other than a bit of a scratchy volume control. And it's never had the casings off in it all its life, so certainly built to last. So we'll see what's going on. I was going to go mobile this afternoon, but due to circumstances didn't get, which is a shame. But we'll see what's on. So yeah, 33 years ago since CB was legalised. For the last, I don't know, 5, 6, 7 years even, I guess, we've celebrated this, and Del Boy up in Northumberland organises this and tries to promote the hobby to keep it alive. Another legal rig there. What's my favourite, which I've used probably the most in recent years, Uniden 300 base. This is a later one, the Philippines built radio from about 1987, that one. Well, that's my original radio. Probably not worth anything really to anyone else, but it's certainly priceless to me, more than anything that I own. Right, we're looking at some books for a start. In a later video I'll show, I've got quite a collection of books and magazines and sort of memorabilia, so I'll probably do a video showing them all, but I've just picked a slack handful up. Big Dummy's Guide to CB. I had that one too long. There's another Big Dummy's Guide to CB. That's that was the American market one that came out first in '77, I think. That Big Dummy's Guide to British CB, basically much of the same, just developed for the UK market. That rabbit horse used to crease me up, it did. Right, and there's my original one. So I've got two of the same. I bought the other one because it's so immaculate. As you can probably see, that one is what I've had since 1979. Used to sit in various French lessons and things and read it, and get reprimanded for such behaviour, as everyone else did. CB was a massive thing in the UK back in 79, 80 and 81 and onwards. You can see it's a bit dog-eared, to say the least. Electrician's tape holding the spine together, but certainly many hours worth of reading that one. Anyway, that's enough of the books. Right, there's the radio. So yeah, Sapphire X2000. It's got the stock mic. Well, it's actually a replacement mic of the same ilk. After buying that, the last event that I fired it up on, I actually found the original proper Sapphire mic for it and stored it away back in its box, and it sits there still anyway. These radios was built on the Great chassis. Many other radios with the same Lake Manxman. I've got one of them kicking out somewhere. G-Col, well, what else was there? Eurosonics. There's quite a few that look the same, but a bit like the Fidelity 1000 really, the board. The only thing back in the day, they're quite a sensitive receiver, and years ago there was known to pulling bleed over, you know, adjacent channel problems. But I tell you what, now it's quiet. They've got a damn good receiver on them. But again, there ain't hundreds of breakers active like there was 33 years ago today. So we'll see what's about. Right, we've been listening around. There ain't been a lot of action, but I think we've got someone here, so I'll just see if he's here. Yeah, you on here, Rick, Melonhead? I'm just filming you now, mate.
Yeah. I'm here, mate. You got me?
Yeah, you're 5'9 plus 30, not a problem. I'm just filming you on the Sapphire X2000 that I bought. Well, I got bought for me when I was 13. November the 2nd, 81. So, what's the audio like? I'm just running the stock mic, that's all.
Great, mate. Standard. Sounds nice. Sounds alright to me, no problems. We're at Super 5.
Yeah, you are. You're sounding well, mate. What rig are you running tonight?
I'm on the old 901, you know, with an Eagle.
Oh, Amstrad 901. Yeah, nice legal rig that. Yes, spot on. It sounds well.
Yeah, well, I've had my fingers in the pie, Rog.
Yeah, Roger Dodge. Yeah, it's sounding well. It's nice to get someone. It's been a bit bad today. There was a lot of Russian, you know, skip, and there was someone on sideband on just below channel 33 a bit earlier, so there haven't been many contacts. But I know when the birthday event's been on other years, it's been at a night, so you know, I think last year it was on a Saturday and this year Sunday, but you know, for the last few years it's been in the week, Roger.
Yeah, I can remember last year. Definitely remember last year. It was quite busy on here. I think that opening the new bands put a few people on there for a little while, but it was very short-lived, wasn't it?
Yeah, there's still people on the, you know, the SSB. I've been on there a little earlier today on the Grant 2. I've just unplugged it actually, but yeah, it's all right. Yeah, it's nice to celebrate the old CB birthday every year. You know, there's not that many breakers on, but you know, around here there's a few. And there's what must be 20, 25 when they all come on.
Oh, definitely. It's starting to get a few up now, round about. But like you say, it's very quiet on this channel. If like you say, normally it's like a bit of a grouping on here. I can hear right across all sorts of different things come up, but it's very, very flat on here tonight.
Yeah, I actually heard. I was just firing up another antenna that I was trying earlier, and I had it plugged into this rig. It was only a small sort of mobile type antenna, and I heard 2 division on this channel coming through. Yeah,
they do come up here a bit. They've started popping up here from time to 2. I've worked a couple of stations over there. I'm very similar to this equipment. Well, the solar radio, just got rid of one, but I'm down to a couple left, Rog.
Yeah, Rog, you like me, you mean?
Nothing like you, then.
Roger, yeah, I'm getting you on film. Yeah, I'd just been trying yesterday this, I'll just show you on the film if you have to look at it, on 10 metres, this little Alinco. I've got that little Alinco, and I did some tests on 10 metres with it yesterday. I got into the States, you know, I worked a couple in the States on it, on 10.
Well, it's not surprising, they're a big radio, aren't they? For a little tiny thing like that, they've got everything packed into them.
Yeah, they have, but they're good. You know, they're good. It seems to work okay. The guy at the other end, he was Trying to think where he was, Massachusetts, I think. He was saying it had good audio, so yeah, good little rig really. You know, so I tried that yesterday and filmed it. That's on YouTube now. So yeah, I've just been messing about with this really. The last time I got it out was on one of the other anniversary videos, which was probably 4 or 5 years ago. The volume control's a bit scratchy, but believe it or not, Rick, ever since brand new, it's never ever had the casings off it.
Well, it's super fine, mate. Super fine, nice and loud and clear. It's got good audio for an FM rig. It's very good.
Yeah, well, I said on the video a little earlier, I've been hours and hours on it. Certainly hundreds of hours, if not maybe even thousands. I was on it every minute of the day, this rig, from sort of back end of 81 up to I don't know, mid to late 80s, constantly. I had that, and I've got an Amstrad CB901 like what you're on now, and I tell you what, you know, them two rigs did an awful lot of you know, talking with breakers, Roger.
Roger D. Right, I'm sorry to cut you short, mate, but I think someone's just come in here and I've only just got back, so I'm going to disappear for a bit, Roger.
Yeah, okay, thanks for coming back to the call on the channel 33, you know, for the anniversary this evening. So I'll see if there's any more on. Might be Paul and a few of the others coming on a bit later, so at least it's working well. That's pleasing, and you know, it's good stuff. Okay, 10:10. We'll catch you soon. 7-3 from the Firefly. Cheers, mate.
Alright, Dave. Catch you later on your well, you're over plus 30 here anyway. Catch you later. 73. Cheers.
Yeah, 7.3. Well, just running, you know, the rig, whatever it does, 3.5 watts and the vortex, but you're only, what, 5 miles away, aren't you? Alright then, bud. 7.3. Catch you soon. Bye bye.
Cheers, mate. Catch you in a bit.
7.3. Yeah, that's Melon Ed, who's a local breaker, so we'll see if there's a few more on a little later this evening. Yeah, he's still there, the lawnmower man. You got the Firefly. I'm just filming you now, mate, if you're still there.
Yeah, I'm sorry, mate, not a problem. Yeah, you're coming through a night. It's about radio 3 at the minute, though. I think there's a bit of interference somewhere.
Yeah, Roger, mate, not a problem. We are about 5 and 7, 57 here. Ah, nice to hear you, mate. What rig would you say you was running?
The Harrier CBX and a Master Twig.
Oh, good stuff, good combination where you're 5 and 9. 59 here, so you're doing okay, mate. Yeah, you say you're in Scunthorpe, sort of, what, in the middle or on the outskirts?
Not far to Bathrow.
Oh, Roger, I've worked you before, haven't I?
You might have done, quite possibly. I do forget names.
Yeah, Roger, it's Dave. It's Dave, my name. Yeah, I think I've worked you on channel 38, you know, when the other guys are on.
Quite possibly, quite possibly. Yeah, you won't be far off Rick Melonhead then.
Yeah, funnily enough, I've just worked him on this channel and filmed him as well, so yeah, I don't know, about 6 miles, I guess, from as a crow flies from him.
That's about the same for me, that, so is.
Yeah, he's quite high up into, you know, he's also one of the biggest signals around this area.
Yeah, he booms across here, yeah. Sometimes actually people that are near me goes over the top of me to him. Quite funny, really.
Yeah, okay, lawnmower man. I didn't get your personal. What's your name, mate?
Daz.
Okay, Daz. Yeah, good stuff. Yeah, did you say the net's off to be on 38 a bit later?
Usually at 8 o'clock. It's not usually much later than that. There's usually 3, 4, 5 on there. Some are quite a distance. Sometimes I can hear them just, and sometimes I can't. But I get a lot of noise here.
Yeah, that's the trouble. I was getting a bit of power line transmission, you know, PLT noise here for a few months. It seems to have died down a bit, but I mean, I had Ofcom out, to be honest, to try and help me out, but I think it's finally disappeared. One of these plug-in adapters, you know, for internet, Roger.
Yeah. Mine drops. It goes back up again, drops again, and then about sometimes about 7 in the morning it starts coming back up again to about £8 or £9. It's actually about £9 now.
Oh, that's not good then, is it? Oh, well, at least I'm getting over the noise. That's something, I suppose. But yeah, like the rig I'm running, I'll tell you anyway. It's a rig I bought, or my father bought me on the day it come legal 33 years ago to the day, and I've had it ever since. It's a Sapphire X2000 UK FM rig. Got it from Halfords in Scunthorpe High Street, Roger.
Oh, okay, yeah. Well, this one, I got it back in the day, and I was a teenager, and I had it till 1986. I sold it, and only a few months ago, well, about 3-4 months ago, I've come back on, went on eBay, bought 2 Harry CBXs, and one of them actually was the original, which is one I'm on now. I know it's mine because it's actually engraved on the chassis on the inside. I've come all the way from Scotland, so I've got my little baby back again. It's not leaving me ever again now.
It's the same rig, seriously, yeah?
Yeah, seriously. It's never leaving me again now, that's it. That's a sign, it's mine.
Yeah, that's mad, isn't it, that is? Yeah, good stuff. Well, I got this one, like I say, for an early Christmas present in 1981, you know, a month or so before Christmas. And it's had hundreds and hundreds of hours worth of use. I was on it all the time back in the day, and luckily I've still got the box and the original bill of sale and everything. But the last time it was fired up was on one of these celebration events about four or 5 years ago. And it's not been run for 5 years, so I just put it on variable power supply, you know, at low voltage, just to, you know, power it up. That's the best thing, so you don't blow any caps or out in them. And yeah, it's a bit scratchy on the volume knob, but I was telling Rick earlier, it's never ever had the casings off. It's never had them took off. I've never been inside it at all, so I'm a bit you know, I don't really want to go inside it even to squirt any switch cleaner, Roger.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Sentimental value. Don't want to touch it, yeah, I know exactly where you're coming from on that one. Well, this one obviously had been to me to keep it engraved, but nothing had been touched. Obviously when I got rid of it, somebody else got in it. And when I got it, everything was upside down, back to front, inside, now. Not where it should be now. I've got it back to where it should be, and it's absolutely brilliant. It's never leaving me. I swear on that one. Never. I even go to the point of buying another Harry CBX if this one breaks, and just use it for spares to keep this one going. So touch wood. It'll never happen. It'll be sound. I think the old ones are far better than the new ones, to be honest with you.
Yeah, they certainly seem to be built to last. When they was made in Japan, weren't they? Or well, this one was actually made in Taiwan. In fact, it was the cheapest rig in Halfords at the time, just short of 70 quid. Yeah, I've got an Harrier CBX, like an unused mint boxed one. I've a few radios like that. I've a Rotel 240, a York JCB, which is new out stock. What else have I got similar to that? Oh, a Barracuda. I've got the Sapphire X2000. So I've got a few rigs. I collect them. I've got a few, you know, various old school radios. So I know the area quite well. I've also got the base station that they did called the HQ, if you remember that one. But yeah, it's all good stuff. And I seem to remember your handle from many years ago. I guess you was in Scunthorpe back then, was you, over?
No, I wasn't. No, somebody else had a similar handle, I don't know. When I used to be, I'm from Hull originally, I used to be preamp when I was in Hull.
Preamp, alright, yeah. What sort of year would that have been?
You're going back early 80s, up to about 84, 85. And then I was in Peterborough for a bit, and then I was Blue Falcon when I was there. And ended up in Scunthorpe, and I've become lawnmower man.
Yeah, I vaguely remember you, because I mean, I've always had the handle, the Firefly, ever since, well, 1978 or 9, and I've never changed mine, so I was also really active sort of between, well, 81 and, well, my dad and his mates was on AM, you know, before that, but yeah, I was also active sort of from 81, same sort of era, to about 85, 86, and then I left school, you know, got into other hobbies and motorbikes and things, so you know, I had a little break from it, sort of. Then I passed my car test and had my Amstrad 901 in my car that I had, so I've never sort of been away from it as such, but I seem to remember you from, you know, being over the bridge, Roger.
Yeah, when I was over, well, where my dad lives now, I had a CLR2 then, Harry CBers, and I also had the Amstrad 901, the Japanese one, which is the better one out of between the, is it the China one made in China. The Japanese one was the original one, which had the better squelch.
Yeah, that was right. I've got some of them and all. I bought one from Argos in Scunthorpe back in 1983. A Japanese one when they were selling them off. I've still got that as well, and I've got a couple of other ones. But yeah, there was made in Japan. There was the 901 and the CB 900, which was basically the same with less features. And then there was made in Hong Kong, I think, afterwards. And yeah, you're right. I think the one was well made, and I think the power lead on the back, what plugs in the back, was different as well. Yeah, good times, mate. It's nice to reminisce, and certainly, yeah, on this, well, in my eyes, certainly a special day, you know, for UK CB, Roger.
Yeah, Roger, yeah, and it's all coming back again. I actually have a Facebook channel. There's people from all over the world on that. It sort of exploded when I put it on. I started obviously with myself on it, and obviously a few other people have seen it, and it just exploded. I must get at least 6, 7, 8 people requested to be friends on it each day. It's just called CB Radio, that's all it's called. There's radio AM guys on there, CB guys, and they all get on well. They're all chatting to each other and that. Yeah, put advertise stuff on there that they're selling and stuff like that. It's all good stuff.
I reckon my missus subscribes to it. Yeah, the sell stuff. Yeah, I don't have Facebook, to be honest. Obviously, you know, you said you watch my YouTube videos, so I'm quite active and well known on there and on the radio forums. But I think I know the one. So yeah, good stuff. Anyway, I'll just stop filming on this one, if that's okay.
Yeah, that's not a problem, mate.
Well, it's getting on for 8 PM in the evening now. I've worked quite a few stations this evening. In the daytime, it was pretty poor, to be honest, with lots of, you know, skip propagated QRM from Europe. But after 5, 6 o'clock, you know, I've not worked many. I've maybe worked 5 stations, 6 stations local. The last breaker, called Lawnmower Man, I've been talking to him for, I don't know, best part of an hour. So CB radio is certainly still alive, be it not in the large way it was 33 years ago, but there is still quite a largish number of breakers, certainly in North Lincolnshire. I think we must have, I don't know, 25-30 breakers around this area. They come on at various times. There is a big net on channel 38, all the breakers from around Lincoln, and there's 5 or 10 of them every single night, 8 o'clock or 8 PM onwards. So I may join that out later, but I'm off to go and watch a bit of TV. There's Guy Martin on with his programme of Speed, another local lad from Lincolnshire, so I enjoy watching his programmes. So on that note, hope you've enjoyed the video of the 33rd year of legal CB radio on FM, and I'll certainly be back next year. Catch you soon. 1010 from the Firefly. We're gone. Bye bye.